Alright guys, welcome to this live stream where I am going to be playing the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and Scotland and Wales. Very, very heavily loaded name, which I actually got wrong. I know that's wrong because that's not how you say it. But anyway, so basically what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be watching, or we are going to be playing the United Kingdom. So United Kingdom is actually in a very sticky situation. It's actually in the middle of Brexit. Brexit is basically the exit of Great Britain from the European Union, which actually in this game, we actually do not need to, from the beginning of the game, from any game, we actually do not need to leave the European Union because the United Kingdom has already left the European Union. So that is something that is already done for us. But other than that, we do have to deal with our economy. We have a 2% deficit, along with a £780 billion. I actually have this allocated in pounds. So we're making £310 billion from the value-added tax. We're making £250 billion from the income tax. The inheritance tax is basically giving us $6.1 billion worth of revenue. So let's go ahead and check our public debt. $1.6 trillion worth of debt. Our budget deficit is £40 billion. And I think I could actually fix that by reducing spending to the health and social security. Let's go to reimburse for hospital visit. Invade Serbia, totally. I'm gonna go ahead and cut £10 billion from reimburse for the hospital treatment. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and add £1 billion to the budget. So we reduce that by about, and then we're gonna go ahead and build about 20 hospitals throughout the country. I wonder what Serbia is actually up to. Wow, they hate us. They really hate us. I'm gonna go ahead and put a spy network in there. Oh, not a contract. Create a network of spies. We're gonna go ahead and do some political spying. And once we get a spy in there, I'm gonna go ahead and go for cyber attack preparation. Got a little bit of that, but people did not like that. I actually have an idea on how to create more revenue in the United Kingdom, so this is going to be something we can actually do. Let's go to tax exemptions for companies using retirement by capitalization. Let's go ahead and go for a total tax exemption. This is going to it's actually going to save us about £5.1 billion. So we're going to go ahead and add that. We're going to go ahead and pass that through Parliament. The Labour Union really did not like that. However, the Conservative Party really liked that. I remember this election. Theresa May called it back in 2017, utterly got rid of her majority in Parliament. And so now she actually has to join a coalition with the British Union of Independence, the Social Republican Movement, and the United Protestant Confederation, which is actually, this is the coalition I believe that we have in the game, and this is the coalition that the Labor Union actually has in the game. So that is something that is very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and build 10 maternity hospitals, so we can go ahead and increase our birth rate, and that'll put us at about 1,000 maternity hospitals throughout Great Britain. So I have a little bit of a complaint of what happened today. Basically, which actually I'm actually gonna invite you guys to another roleplay server, I actually started a new one. This is going to be basically replicating the Commonwealth of Virginia, and so this is actually going to be better, and it's going to be different than the United Kingdom ones that we've been doing. Speaking of the United Kingdom, I actually had to have a little bit of complaint because basically I went into this United Kingdom server, and me and several people, including Backstar, actually were in this server. And so we thought it was pretty cool. I mean, I really liked that server. It looked really fine tuned. It looked really polished out and stuff like that. And then we get banned. And we get banned for no reason at all. Like I even tried to contact the people doing the server, and they're like, "Hey, like what's going on?" And I'm sitting there, and me and actually several other people were just uh like, "Hey, like what's going on? This is happening," and stuff like that. And they literally did not reply to us. And I even reached out to two of the supposed admins of the server, and both of them actually just literally said, "Okay, screw you. I'm not going to talk to you." One of them just literally just flat out said, "Okay, well, like it's not my problem. Um, that's not something like I really want to talk about right now." And then they're like, "Well, it's my server, but I'm not going to get involved because the whole thing is based off of our thing." Well, I mean, it's their server, their stuff, you know, but at the same time, I mean, if you're gonna have a server like that and you're gonna allow people into the server, I'm gonna go ahead and add 150 million pounds to the national defense. But yeah, if you're gonna do a server like that, because those are supposed to be public servers, you're supposed to allow everyone in it. You know, I didn't start trouble. I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of screwing around, a little bit. That's maybe the worst thing I even did. And yeah, Backstar puts it right on place. Like what kind of owner is that? Um, you know, it's their server. I really don't care. It's just a complaint. Like if you're gonna have a public server like that, like for example, me, I'm now running a Commonwealth of Virginia server in which we're replicating the government of the state of Virginia. So if I were to start banning people left and right just for no reason at all, or just because I didn't like them, I don't know if these people don't like me or something like that, because I have a little bit of a reputation, not because of the YouTube, but because of um other things. I think it's just like they just don't like me in the other roleplay mock government servers that we've had. And then speaking of the game, I'm going to go ahead and increase this to 175,000 active duty troops. This would add 285.5 million pounds to the national defense. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward with that. Looks like there is a national protest of the Pacifist Union. This is being held in Birmingham. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the next day, see if this protest actually ends, and yes, it did. Space research. Are we a part of the European Space Agency? That's something I want to figure out. Okay, we are a part of the European Space Agency, so we can actually partner up with the United European Space Agency, and we can actually help them a part of stuff like that. I don't know if... So we can launch a satellite, we can launch... Can we do a space station? Satellite, telescope. I'm gonna go for Venus. I'm gonna go for an exploration robot. I'm gonna go ahead and call this the Stanton Vogel. And I'm gonna go ahead and fund it with 1.5 billion pounds. Or we're gonna go ahead and look at our terrorist terrorist file in a moment. There is a civil unrest in London. Black community race riots in London, okay. Usually I like to watch the TV address to see if it was, a soccer game gone bad or, race riot or something like that. It's usually interesting to get that kind of information. We do not have a lot of police, so we're going to have to invest in our police forces after this uprising. I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys all the way up here, and then I'm going to have to go throw all the way down. We're going to arrest them, and then we are going to block these guys off. Alright, arrested. We're going to go ahead and seize you guys. Okay, so we just got these guys to take care of. Barricades erected by the rebels, and should arrest him, and that should be it. Actually, that's not it. Alright, we arrested them all. New political family. And add file to the terrorist subjects. So yeah, we're going to go ahead. For one, we're going to go ahead and put this to 10,000. It's going to add nearly £100 million to the national budget. Launch a massive cyber attack. I think something we can do. We can go ahead. We're going to go ahead and invest in a silver protection plan for our cybersecurity. And then we're going to go to the MI5. Or actually, we're going to go... Okay, we're going to go to terrorists, and we're going to go here, and we're going to go ahead and put... Son of a bitch, I actually put a arrest warrant out for him. Okay, and... Okay, all of them are under arrest. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with the dude who we accidentally arrested. That's the first time I've actually gotten a response about an arrest.
You found absolutely nothing.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then go to Total Jihad, and we're gonna put these guys under arrest. I mean, surveillance. Try to make things more fun by taking over countries or something like that. Yeah, see, I mean...
Our team.
Hello, death to Jeremy Corbyn. Wow. See, I want to make things fun. I mean, if I want to go in world domination, I think I'll just start playing Supreme Ruler, because this game honestly is not meant for world domination. It kind of tries to make itself look like it, but the only reason I ever really... Alright, sorry about that, guys. What is the government waiting for before regulating the big economy of the free-for-all that always only serves the interests of the multinational companies? Worries Toby Jack Bailey, the National Association for Alternative World. Theresa May proves to have a conscience full of political realism, rejoices the Union for a Traditional Republic's president, Harvey Boston. But what I was talking about a minute ago is that this game, honestly, it's more geared toward not really annexing people. And I really don't like annexing people. I really don't like going to war in the first place. Because, I mean, you know, I'm more of a defensive person. I'm more of like, if someone's going after my allies, then yeah, I'm going to go protect my allies. If Russia attacks Turkey, then I'm going to go and protect Turkey. Or if like Morocco attacks me, then you know I'm going to defend myself. But I'm not going to sit there and send everyone in there. I'm going to like beat their living hell out of their military until they send a peace treaty. I did that in my Japan live stream whenever North Korea actually went to war with me. And I literally beat their military to a pulp.
We've obtained some information.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and check that in a second. And the bill has been voted on, so we should actually be getting some extra revenue from that. I'm going to go ahead and provide the agricultural sector. Ooh, what happened to our public finances? Whew. No, this is probably what happened. We lost about $15 billion in total income. We're gonna go a couple of days. We're gonna see what happens. If anything, we can increase taxes. I don't know what happened to our tax income. I could go for an increase in value-added tax, but that would be very unpopular. Let's go ahead and go for 14%. Gross salary payroll tax. That's gonna get us a $500 million, £500 million in income. Conservative Party is against it, but the Labour Party is actually for it. Okay, so I'm gonna check my inflation, 1%. And let's check our debt situation. Next quarterly loan is supposed to be $6 billion. Thanks for playing the UK. Yeah, you're welcome, Fabia. Mostly just the events that happened earlier. Really, kind of got me to really want to play the United Kingdom. Stance and Vogel. Okay, let's go ahead and check our Stance and Vogel probe. Let's go ahead and go here. United States, European Space Agency. Estimated risk of failure. Let's go ahead and provide. Go ahead and accept the United States as a partner. I know they have the technology, and we're gonna have to launch from Cape Canaveral. Let's go ahead and do 90%. A 91% of the funding. And what's going on? Random. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if there's gonna be another partner that's actually gonna get involved. Maybe the European Space Agency can actually help us out on that, because I really want to get that into space. I need to watch over that deficit that we actually have growing right now. I'm gonna go ahead and increase this by 1/4%. Labour Party is really against it, but our party is actually for it. So 5% in approval loss. Due to that, we also did suffer a terrorist attack.
Our sportsmen.
Assassination of Simon Dockson. Let's go ahead and give more money to general education. Okay, let's go ahead and give that 1 star, £500 million. It's going to go ahead and be good. Let's see, 1.4% in approval because of that. Oh, I know exactly what we need to do. We need to go to a trade contract with the United States. Let's go ahead and sell. Let's actually call for a meeting. Six Nations Rugby, Jihadist Caliphate, ambitions. We may not be able to make a good amount of profit off of this. Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about this meeting. Let's go ahead and go to sales contract, and let's see what we can sell. Coal. What about colza? Yeah, we can sell colza. $400 million. Average purchase price. We actually might be able to get a good contract from the United States. Let's go to oil, and then let's go to natural gas. I thought we were self-sufficient in this. That's bad. What about tea? Let's sell them tea. Utility vehicle construction. Electronic components. Consumer. Okay, let's go ahead. 120. 120. 119. 117. 114. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try to see if this works. Little not good. We're actually making less of a profit off of that. But $2 billion contract, that's pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and check with our trade minister tomorrow to see what they think of it. Beef, biotechnology, building, housing, and roadway. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if they want to sign off on a contract right there. 161. Okay, this is gonna be a test. This is gonna be a test. We're gonna see what happens when they wanna. Whenever we sell a large amount of our production. 140, $122 billion. Okay, $130 billion, we're going to go ahead and accept that. So we're going to go ahead and call this the construction agreement. Is it possible to restore monarchy playing as a republic in GPS 4? I'll have to look at that in a second, hang on.
I understand.
whatever. There's an option in here that pertains to the monarchy. To switch to a monarchy, I think you have to be in a country that has a monarchy already established. If it's identified as a monarchy because for example, Japan is identified as a monarchy. On here, it calls itself a parliamentary conservative rightist monarchy. So the reason they actually are a monarchy is because they actually have an emperor. But the thing is that in the game, the government or the Diet, the legislature in Japan is called the Diet, the National Diet. And basically, you have the ability to change it to, and it's the same thing with the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is under the same system that so I'm going to go ahead and come over here. I'm going to go to head of state and go to nomination of head of government. We have 4 options here. Usually there are 3, but there are 4. You can be democratically elected by universal suffrage. You can be democratically elected by the parliament. You can be democratically, or not democratically, but you can be appointed by the king, or you can be appointed for life, which I think is going to be by like the single party or something like that, or whoever parliament chooses. So being appointed by the king, or the queen in this case, is basically more or less like solidifying the monarchy in the United Kingdom. So we have the queen right here. Her name is Margaret the Second. She is 91 years old, with current popularity across the country of 43%. She is a Protestant. She's a royalist, but she has political aspirations for the Union of the Democratic Right. Just drop it. The UK is dead. What are you talking about? Protection level 100. Ready to start an extramarital relationship 17. But she has a tax scandal she has a scandal of tax swindling. Reform the Royal Navy. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can do to reform the Royal Navy. Submarines, how many submarines? Let's go ahead and order. No, not from Russia. Let's order them from our boys in the United States. Let's order 5 submarines, conventional submarines. And satellites, Argentina, United Kingdom. We actually do not produce it, so let's go ahead and ask the United States for some satellites. Ooh, nearly $1 billion for one satellite. Electoral map by region. The conservatives really did well in the south part of the country, but in the northern part of the country, who's actually over here? United Protestant Confederation won Northern Ireland. Separatist Party of the Scotland region won the Scottish region. See, this is why they shouldn't. This is why Eversim shouldn't, like. They should have a more diverse amount of colors, because that's kind of confusing. It looks like labor won this entire region. By the way, I know exactly where to spend my points in the UK server to win. Oh.
We now have
an electoral map. Let's go to transportation. Instead of building, I'm actually going to provide more funding. Let's go ahead and provide full funding. No. Okay, let's not touch that for a while. Proposition. $8.45.
well done.
Alright, let's go ahead and see what... Son of a bitch, I forgot that we were supposed to stop the terrorist attack. Building, housing, and roadway contract was amazing. The increase in production due to this contract will help reduce unemployment. Manufacturing this product is profitable, so exporting it will be beneficial to our economy. This contract is quite sizable and will considerably strengthen our economy. This contract guarantees the sale of a large portion of our production, and we get it at a very good price. So I actually want to check over the building, housing, and roadway sector after that kind of contract. Holy crap. Look at that. Our trade balance just went through the roof. Attacking Wolverhampton.
Sent to the press.
Attacking police station, 9 dead. Oh man. Put custom duty tax on aluminum and steel. Hell, if anything, I can just sign an aluminum and steel contract with the United States, see if that actually saves my aluminum and steel sectors. Hmm. 172 million. I don't think we're going to be able to get a good profit off of that. Nah, the United States is probably going to be the only one we're going to be able to go to. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to go ahead and accept that weapons contract. Do tutorial of perfect trade balance. Dude, I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to refuse that meeting with Lithuania. I think I'm going to lose a little bit of approval because of that. Ideological betrayal because of the tax increases.
The members of this organization.
Okay, let's actually go to industry. Let's go to aluminum. Let's see who wants the most aluminum. See who consumes the most. Japan could actually be a good contract that we actually might go to. This is referencing off of our sale price of $1,900. So, yeah, Japan would actually be a very good trading partner for that. So let's go ahead and meet with the Prime Minister of Japan and sell them some aluminum and steel, since we would actually probably be able to get a better contract with the Prime Minister of Japan.
The contract you just signed wasn't stellar.
Bad contract. Bad contract. Bad. This will... okay. Okay. Assessment of the contract. Assessment of the clause? What the fuck? Computer... only create a few jobs. At least it's creating a few. So this is going to be another test. I actually just noticed that our trade balance is actually recovered. Hopefully it actually will recover once I actually do something like this. Let's go ahead and sell them a good portion of my aluminum. So that actually, in turn, America's pulling a backstar on you. Okay, 3,000 per 3,000 pounds per ton. Average sale price. Okay, let's go to 2,700. 2,700, 2,500. Okay, we're gonna go to nearly 2,300 pounds per ton. So get us a $490 million contract that has been accepted. Have you ever played Brazil in Geopolitical Simulator 4? Is it hard to pay off your debt?
I understand what.
Oh man, they can't join our thing. Actually, I think I played Brazil one time. They're very odd, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and sell them. By the way, I gotta get a beta code. I got a beta code for GPS 5. What are you talking about? 1,200 pounds per ton. $180, 77, 177, 127. Well, I don't believe you, my dude, because steel shipments between the United Kingdom and Japan. So we're going to go and negotiate that. And I'm going to go ahead and accept this.
I understand.
Call my bluff when I put it in the Steam. Oh, whatever. If you really do that, then I'll... Well, for one, I'm not going to be associated with it if you actually do it. For two, I want to see it. I'm going to go ahead and sell Japan 30 units of my aeronautical construction. $73. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and refuse that. I'm not going to get a good one. 9 people, 16 million. We're going to go ahead and give them $21 million of government aid. Public finances. Everyone's loving my public financial situation right now. Let's go ahead and check that. 1.78%. Okay, so let's go ahead and check. Is the beta code of GPS 5 even out yet? What are you talking about a beta code? Like, what is the beta code? Well, Jaxus, hit me up on Steam. Not Steam, Discord. Show me what you got. I want to see this. I'm gonna see if it's legit or not. Beta code is the beta... Oh, kill yourself. Fabia, the United Kingdom is already out of Brexit, out of the European Union in this game. I have the 2018 version, so this is the current map of the European Union right now. The red is the Eurozone, the countries in which that are using the euro currency. Little old boy right here really loves to get that money. And then the green is the one outside of the Eurozone. They use their own independent currency, but they still abide by the laws and dictations of the European Parliament and the European Union. Let's go ahead and look at the World Trade Organization. We are a part of the World Trade Organization. Economy, let's go look at GDP. Gone up by nearly $1 trillion. So what I want to check now, I'm actually going to check my aluminum industry. Okay, so my aluminum industry has actually been cut. Trade balance for it has actually been cut by $500 million. Sales have actually gone up, and profits have actually gone up by several $1 million. So let's go ahead and go over and check on my steel industry. Our trade balance has been cut by about $10 billion. I guess selling things that you actually do not have the ability to produce more of can actually get you to produce more of that product. Manufacturing this product is profitable enough that exporting it will not destabilize our economy. Revenue insignificant compared to our global economic activity. Sell a large portion of our production, guaranteeing us substantial profits. Usually those are the ones that you really want to talk about. I'm going to do another tutorial on how to make a good trade contract. Message me the SS. God. I don't even believe you. Just send it right now. I'm not going to show it on the stream if you think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to show it on the stream because, for one, like, if it is real, then I'm not going to get my ass kicked by Eversim. And two, like, that's up to them when they want to release that. Well, if you're on your crop top, how are you getting that kind of information? Or are you just trying to get attention? I'm giving you all the attention right now by actually responding to you. Northwest and northeast. Yorkshire and the Humber. I'm gonna... All right. I'd call for a new election, but you know, I'd probably lose. Determine the powers of Parliament. Symptom. Okay, it is on majority, so that is good. Can you do a tutorial on how to play as terrorists in GPS 4? Playing as terrorists is not something that I am familiar with, and it is not something that I actually know really how to do. All I really know how to do, playing military in this game is literally rush the capital, and you'll win. So if you're playing like the Kurdish Renaissance in the north of Syria, then all you have to really do is go for Damascus or Baghdad, and you win. That's all you have to do. There's not a lot of depth into it. I mean, it talks about the finances and your weapons, and I think there's a couple other features they actually added in the 2018 edition, but really the only thing that you really have to do as a terrorist group is go after the capital, and that's it. That's all you have to do. You have the opportunity to, let's say, if you are playing the Kurdish Renaissance in Syria, can you nationalize your industry sector to produce more good stuff? I'll get to that in a second. You can like take over this entire area of Syria and then call for a peace deal, or you can just kind of basically hold off the Syrian government until they offer you a peace treaty, and you can either become an opposition group or you can become an independent state. There's several options for you. Can you nationalize your industry sector to produce more good stuff? Nationalizing always depends on what's going on. Like, for example, I'm not producing any aircraft carriers, so a lot of people really would not care if I were to actually nationalize that to put it under my own direct control. sectors that you really are not producing anything of, like household appliances, I could definitely start producing household appliances with some subsidies, but I would also have the option to actually put it under government control. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and not do that because I'm going to lose a lot more approval. Let's go ahead and check our debt situation. We owe 1.07 trillion pounds to ourselves. We owe 90 billion pounds to the United States. We owe 82 billion pounds to France. We owe 81 billion pounds to Japan, 73 billion pounds to India, 71 billion pounds to Finland, and 70 billion pounds to Canada. And our debt situation continued. Go into the budget. Debt reimbursement is costing us $53 billion per year. This is the amount of money that is actually coming out of our budget every year, every single year. So we spend $315 billion on health and social security. Actually, I have an answer to your question about how debt works. Let me actually pull it up for a second. I like how this turned into a basic tutorial. But yeah, debt reimbursement right here is basically how much you are paying on the interest of your debt. So you want to know how debt works? Let me actually pull that up. Where is it? Oh, my screen froze. Oof. Alright, finally got it pulled up. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of any unnecessary windows I actually have up right now. It looks like my entire live stream is going to garbage right now. If you guys are having a lot of questions about the economy and stuff like that, go check out my economy tutorial. Basically, my economy tutorial has a straightforward, in-depth look at how the budget works, how the debt works, and I do believe I actually did cover debt in that video. If I did not, please tell me. But I do go over inflation. I talk about debt. And I talk about a lot of things in that video. So please go to my economic tutorial if you want to know more about the in-depth look into the power and revolution economy. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the Stanton Vogel. Let's see who else is wanting to join in. We're going to go ahead and partner with Norway, and we're going to approve the program. Stanton Vogel new program, and beginning of the Stanton Vogel program. Scheduled liftoff. Busy planning the launch phase. So let's go ahead and check our actual risk factor for that 0%. Let me actually see how early I can actually put it. So I can actually put it all the way down to 2022. What about 2021? Closer and closer to the end of the year. I'm actually going to go for a Halloween launch. Okay, that's going to put us at a 0%. Solar orbiter. 1,300 are dead in Yemen. That's unfortunate. Alright, guys, I think I'm going to have to go ahead and call it in short for this live stream today. I am sorry that it actually is... I'm sorry if you guys wanted me to continue, but I'm actually going to have to cut it in short. So, guys, if you like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And go and review my videos pertaining to energy. I have several tutorials that I'm actually doing, and I have more tutorials that I'm actually planning while I am basically going through the GPS wiki and actually doing a lot of that. But before I actually go, I actually want to invite you guys to one of these servers that I actually have. So I'm actually going to post this into the chat right now. So guys, go ahead and join that server. That is going to be my own server. I am still working on it, but we are going to be creating that and launching that officially very, very soon, so you guys can be a part of the process of how I actually create that server and what we can do to make that server even better. So guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Go support me on Patreon if you can. Do me a super chat if you can. And go join that Discord and join the Commonwealth of I almost said Australia. Join the Commonwealth of Virginia and help me build that server. And without further ado, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.